Just got in this new 12 volt 100 amp hour lithium battery by Acoucou. So let's open it up and check it out. Instruction manual. We'll look at the details here in just a minute. (1,280 watt hours), 12.8 volts, 100 amp hour, LiFePO4. Also comes with a couple of terminal bolts and some plastic covers for your wires. LiFePO4 100 amp hour, 12.8 volt, 1250 watt hours, it says here. The case says 1280. Standard charge current 20 amps, standard discharge current 20 amps, maximum continuous charge current 50 amps, maximum continuous operating current is 100 amps. 4,000 cycles with 1C charge and discharge rate to 80% depth of discharge. Looks like here you can do 4 in parallel or 4 in series. Defensive function: excessive temperature or overcurrent, overcharge, over discharge, short circuit, and balance, etc. Got a QR code here on the side for an app, so let me hook that up and we'll see if we can connect to the battery via the app. Pick that up real quick. This right one should be for the device. First one is for the app. Well, let's try it one more time here. Alright, for some reason I was not able to get connected to the app that's linked in the QR code in the manual. I don't know, I haven't been able to figure that out. But I was able to connect to another app. And I've got it on the WattCycle 20 amp charger. I'm getting 20.4 amps going into the battery. It came at 13.17 volts, and we're putting 270 watts into it. This app's kind of nice. It shows you all 4 cells and the voltages of the cells. I'll continue to work on that, and if I'm able to connect to the app that it suggests in the manual, I'll show that to you. But for now, we'll just charge it up using this app as a reference. We'll get the Acoucou 12 volt 100 amp hour LiFePO4 battery all charged up to 100%, and then I'll do a capacity test on it. We'll just get a quick measurement on the battery. Looks like the width is about 13.25 wide, 8.5 tall. And then front to back width is about 7 inches. Now this is not the app that comes with it. I'm not able to get it connected to that for some reason. We're sitting at 13.53 volts, 100%. So now we'll get it set up with the discharge device here. And you can see here on the app it's pulling out about 11 amps coming out of the battery, and we're hoping for 100 amp hours or more. Alright, we got the capacity test complete, and we came up with 105.41 amp hours, so 5.4, almost 5.5 amp hours over and above the advertised 100 amp hours, 1,321 watt hours, and this test took 9 hours and 21 minutes. So it passes the capacity check with flying colors. Next test I want to do is I want to check the Acoucou LiFePO battery 100 amp hour for its maximum discharge capability. The claim is 100 amps continuous. So I've got it set up with my 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and the load is going to be this Nuwave Induction Cooktop. I just have a pan of water sitting on there. That'll be a lot quieter than my shop vacs. Thank goodness. I've got my little iPad mini here with the timer on it, and then I've got the app that I was able to connect to the battery. So I'll screen record this app and put that on the screen now so you can see what's going on. But currently you can see we're sitting at 97%, 13.3 volts. Induction cooktop connected to the inverter. Let's turn that on. And this inverter does have its own screen, so that'll be just another screen we can use for comparison if you guys can see it. I won't know until I edit the video whether you can or not. Hopefully you can. I don't get too bad a glare from that light behind me. And we'll even turn on this amp clamp on the battery. And again, I hope you guys can see that. And we'll start pulling some power out of this battery and let's see what happens here. So I think we'll just start at 600 watts. Showing that's pulling about 52 amps out of the battery. You can see on the app. So let's put it up to 900. I want to get it as close to, if not slightly over 100 amps coming out of the battery. That's about 77 amps there. Let's go one more step. It's showing 1100 watts on the app and 87 amps. Alright, a couple more settings. Let's go up to one higher setting. Ooh, there's 107. Alright, let's start this timer. That's a little bit over the 100 amp hour rating. And I may have to put this into fast forward, but I want to see if it'll hold this for 5 minutes. So there we are at 2 minutes in, and we've been pulling 1300, 1400 watts out of that battery for just over 2 minutes. We're starting to get a little water starting to boil over here in the pan on the induction cooktop. 107 amps on the amp clamp, 107 on the app, and the inverter is showing 1200 watts. Alright, there we go. Coming up on 5 minutes. Pulling 1300 watts and about 107, 108 amps out of the Acoucou battery. If you look at the app, it's showing just under 100, just about to turn to 100 degrees on temperature. And look at the cell voltages, all real close under that kind of load. So that's really nice. I actually really like the battery. I think it's a pretty good value. And I'll leave links for that battery in the description. I'll put links for all this stuff down there if you're interested in checking any of this out. But especially for the battery, they're running a real good price on this. At the time of this filming, it's $199, which I think is really good for a 12 volt 100 amp hour battery. It actually has Bluetooth, even though I couldn't get the actual app going. But there's 6 minutes on the timer, boiling water over here. It's just really good. Let me, just for fun, let's put this up on max setting. Well, one last step I can go on this, and we'll see what it'll do and if it'll shut it down. That's 118 amps, 116 amps on the clamp meter, 117, and it just shut down. Alright, let me stop the timer. And that was the battery shutdown. So the battery discharge overcurrent protection does work on this battery. That was about ran 107, 108 just fine, but we went to 117 or 118 amps, shut the battery down. We'll see if it'll automatically reset itself. There it did. All right, we just got a reset, and I suppose everything can come back on. Let's turn the burner on here one more time, just to make sure it works. Yep, we're back to pulling 86 amps out of the battery. Real nice battery. Again, I'll leave links in the description, and if you'd like to see another one of my battery review videos, click the link on the screen now, and we'll see you over there.